Hi there, BookTube! My name is Christina and I'm again filming in the outside, on the outside, wherever. And actually I'm standing in a very strange position because I really wanted to film in my usual spot with all the jasmine flowers, but it's still too sunny and I have to go back because I will have a dance lesson soon, so I just needed to film this video as soon as possible. So I'm standing right now and I'm here in order to film with you the TBR for a new readathon that will be taking place in June. And the name of the readathon is kinda a mouthful because it's Make Your Myth Taker readathon, and I will leave the announcement video down below and everything about the two channels that are hosting it. And thanks to this readathon I actually discovered the channel of this new wonderful booktuber that I'm now following, and the concept of this readathon really got me because it's kind of fantasy. You have different paths, you kind of have 4 categories, each category kind of has 4 different paths in it, and I was interested in 2 different, like not only paths but completely different categories. And I had the royal court and the sorcerer, and inside the royal court, of course, being me, a Leo and a Lannister and a Gryffindor and put whatever you wish, I went for the monarch, straightly for the monarch. And for the sorcerer I was really interested in the path of goddess, because why not? If you can pretend, then why not pretend like 100%? And so I was decided between one and the other, and then I discovered that actually you can cross paths, which means that you may start as a monarch and then continue to become a goddess, or vice versa. And I will start as a monarch and I will go towards the goddess title, and we will see how it will go during the month. It's not very long, you actually have to read 4 books for each path, so it's absolutely doable, finger crossed. And let me get right to the books that I have here. In order to become a monarch, your very first requirement is to read a book with a queen as a main character, and I had the perfect book. Finally I will be able to read Furyborn. And Furyborn is a fantasy, I believe it's the beginning of a series or a trilogy, about 2 queens and 2 different timelines, so it's very unique and I can't wait to delve into it. It was so buzz on BookTube like a couple of years ago, I believe, and I never got to it, and now I really want to read this one, so that will be the perfect occasion. And this one was actually the perfect title for the second requirement too, but of course I don't want to double up since there are that little options and that little things to do for this readathon, and also because if I'm aiming to become a monarch or a goddess, I have to nail it and be perfect. So my second choice was Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor, and it's the second one in a duology. The first is Strange the Dreamer. I had like a blank in my mind, and this book I will be reading it for the requirement of royal colors on cover, so red, purple or gold. And here we have this beautiful red and orange, plus it's a bit foily, and this is the perfect requirement for the goddess path too, so in case I may just kind of switch whenever I want. And this is a book that I really anticipated to read because I read the first one last year, I believe, and I loved it, and finally I will read this one. My only disappointment is that when I bought it I have not checked, and I bought it as a hardback, and so now I have a paperback and a hardback, so reader struggle. Yeah, I know that you get me. And now let's get to the third one, which is actually the challenge thanks to which you may cross paths, and so you may decide to become a queen at the end or to switch and become a goddess. For this prompt you have to read the highest rated book on your TBR, and I tried a couple of times to see what I will get, and I tried with my ebooks, and the majority of things that came out were like far into some series that I've not started yet, or that I'm planning to start, or that I started but the book is too far away from the point at which I am. And so I tried with audiobooks too, and nothing like kinda got my attention. And at the end I decided to go with my physical books that I actually own, and I was very surprised because the highest rated book on my shelf is Il profumo della luna by Selene Calloni Williams, and this is a very unique book. I don't know how to describe it exactly. It's a story that's told to the author by some shamans, and so it's kind of anthropologic, but then it's a little bit of fairy tale. It's kind of, I don't know. I will know how to describe it when I will get into it. I don't know if it's translated to which languages, nothing. I just know that I bought it, someone suggested it, no recollection of who, but I will now discover what's the deal about this book. And unfortunately I know that this is the highest rated just because it has very little ratings on BookTube, like probably 10 or 15, and I will be one more. So I will see if I will enjoy this book. And then, if I will decide to become a monarch, I will have to reread a favorite. And for that one, I will see what happens. If I will, getting to that point, decide to reread a favorite, then I will become a monarch. Otherwise, I will be able to become a goddess. And so for that one, I will have to randomize my TBR. And I already tried to decide what category actually to sort through, because I have ebooks and physical books, and then I have audiobooks, and so I decided to stop at audiobooks. And I don't really know how to randomize things on Goodreads through your phone, so I have all of my books in alphabetical order right here, and the only thing that came to my mind was to pop up with a random number, the first one that comes to my mind, and then to see what happens. And I don't know, let's see. 23, let's see what happens. Okay, apparently the book that I have here is The Furies by Katy, Louie, and it's an audiobook. It's a contemporary from what I remember, but it's in a very in a college or something like that. It has a very particular setting. I see that it's a page-turning, harrowing debut. And about this book, the only thing that I know is that we're following the story of a group of girls. There is a murder, I believe, so I don't know if it's similar to The Secret History by Donna Tartt or not. And yeah, we kind of follow their adventure, and I think that it's a little bit dark, a little bit gloomy, and about this very close group of friends, and a little bit, maybe there is a bit of concept of an elite. I don't know. I will discover and I will listen to it. And it's perfect because The Furies somehow really resonate as a title with the path of a monarch, or better, of a goddess. So I will see what happens and if I will enjoy it. And this is it. These are the 4 books that I will be reading, and this is my TBR for this new readathon, for me at least. I don't know if it's maybe it's not the first edition, but for me it is. And so let me know down below if you've ever read any of these books, if you're planning to read them, and if you will be taking part in this readathon, because it seems very cute and a fun experience. So I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye! Ciao!